Hi, Joe. Thank you for taking the time to do this little interview with us. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm a working man, blue collar, do handyman and build. I'm actually a residential builder.
Can you tell me how long you've lived here?
We've lived in North Carolina since 2003.
And why did you decide to move here to North Carolina?
We moved here to get away from the homeowners association. In Virginia, it seemed like everything I wanted to do, they had to control. They had to tell you what style fence, how high, what color your front door had to be. So I said, we're going to move out. We moved into a development called ranch land, where you can have horses and goats, and nobody's telling me what I could do with my property. Well, I'd like to know what's going to happen to all the people out here with 15-acre farms with horses, when their horses can't sleep all night. All these farms are going to dry up and move away, all these horse farms. There's people back here that raise horses, and we moved for the tranquility and the farm life and to be able to have a horse, and that is all going to be taken away from us. We won't even be able to build a shed. You can't add a spotlight outside your house. They're looking to take all that away from us, and that is what we moved away from. What about the noise? Now, another thing was when I built this house, or actually our most recent assessment or appraisal was $261. I had a realtor come in and tell me that if that OLF comes right in the backyard of my development, my house goes from $260 to less than $180. We won't even be able to get $180 for it. And if we are within the residential noise level where it's above residential living, which we are right on the verge of, well, how are we going to sell a house? Nobody's going to buy a house because the decibel level is beyond residential living. But the Navy made it emphatically clear that they're not going to give us a dime. What do? This is the only thing I have left to leave to my children is my home. I don't even have a college fund for my son. My home is the only thing I can leave to that kid. And the Navy's going to make sure it's not worth a dime.
Really though, your child, are you concerned about him being, being woken up in the middle of the night?
I purposely made sure we didn't live near power lines, because they say power lines can cause certain cancers and this, that, and the other thing. Now we're going to be breathing jet fuel. I don't know what that, they say it dissipates in the air. Yeah, it dissipates in the air, probably dissipates into your lungs.
Do you think that the Navy's been totally honest with the citizens?
No, of course not. Their tests are 10 years old and they're testing on old aircraft. They got new aircraft out now that are bigger and louder, and not one of those aircraft is on the tests that they've told us about. You think they're going to be flying the 15-year-old jets that they're telling us the decibel level of? They're going to be flying the brand new jets that are twice the level, but they didn't tell us that. They won't even do a study with the new jets because they know the sound is going to be way beyond residential living.
How fair do you think it is that Virginia Beach reaps $1 billion a year, and the
that's what they want to do. Virginia Beach wants the money, but they want to send the sound here and know the problems. They want us to take on the problems while they reap the money.
Do you have anything else you want to add, Joe?
Not at all.